I always knew I only need one chance. I always felt I was better than everybody. I always felt all I needed was to get in there once. Just give me one shot and I'll take it home. I'll steal it every time. And then so when I got the call, I knew I wasn't hanging around. I was going to call out everyone in the division. I was going to make my way up to the top as fast as possible, because I felt I was ready. I felt I was better than these people. So, but obviously the work always is still, there's always work to be done, So, if anything, I suppose it definitely got me to the gym that bit more. Now it's there. Now all these dreams that I've been having are actually there in front of me. So I work towards it.
I started MMA around 2 or 3 years ago, and about 2 years ago I'd say, and I instantly had a knack for it, and I really, really, really loved it. It's like an addiction for me. It's all I do. I train twice a day. It's all I think about. I don't want to do anything else. It's as simple as that. If you're not training twice a day, if you're not dedicated, you're not going to go anywhere. So I felt I had enough talent, enough dedication, enough love for the sport that it was time to pack up my job and chase my dream, and that's what I'm doing. And my dream is to be world lightweight champion in the UFC, have more money than I know what to do with, and have a great life for my kids, my grandkids, everyone in my family, everyone that's come up with me. That's my dream. My dream is to be #1, pretty much. My goal is #1 MMA. Words can't even describe that. I'm training so hard. My game is coming along. I will be where I want to be. I'm 100% confident that I will make it to the top. I have the skills, I have the dedication, and it's something I really, really want. So words can't even describe, but it will happen, and I'll let you know when it happens. I will be one of the top in the world, no doubt, and I'm looking forward to 2009 and chase my dream even more. And please God, next time the UFC back in Dublin, I'm right up there on the list. I plan to take out everyone in Ireland that stands in my way, and everyone that's there. I want to be top of that list next time they come back, and I will be, guaranteed. Training twice a day, every day. My preparation for fights has been great. My game has come along. My ground game is unbelievable. It's from where I was at the start of the year to where I am now. It really is something how much I've come along, and it just goes to show that hard work and dedication really does pay off.
It's an educational process with people. I feel they didn't believe me when I showed up. It was UFC caliber, and then I go through the UFC caliber, and then it was the striker, and then it was the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, then it was the top 10. It's a process, so they will all bow eventually, you mark my word.
I definitely I'm in his head. I'm not only his head, I believe I'm in everybody's head at the minute, so it's perfect. I'm just a little Irish crazy kid that doesn't give a shit what none of these guys think, and I'm just here handling my own business.
I just packed it in, quit, and then focus on training. And that's it. I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There's a lot of stressful years, a lot of tough times, but I proved them wrong. I proved myself right.
I have nothing but respect for these competitors. Make no mistake, I am cocky in prediction. I am confident in preparation, but I am always humble in victory or defeat. So I am humble here, and I am grateful for the opportunity that the UFC, Dana and Lorenzo.
I truly feel I am only a white belt in the broad spectrum of movement, but my competitors have yet to even begin, I feel.
As simple as that. If you have supreme confidence in your ability, if you are outworking, if you are surrounded by your competition, and you are looking around and you are better than these people, and you are outworking these people, and you are outmoving these people, it's hard not to let your confidence take over. It just builds and builds and builds, and I'm sure that was the same with Michael Jordan. And any top level athlete, there's always the same. There's always that hint of arrogance there, that hint of cockiness. You must be insane to your game, and I'm sure that is what he was, and that is what I am as well. I don't know about nothing else. I don't know about other sports. I simply know about fighting. I have tunnel vision to this game. Again, exercise is the best form of medication for me, so I was just trying to keep busy with any exercise I could do. I was doing. I was really focused on my rehabilitation work. I was out in LA, but I was on my own for the most part. And it was tough, but I just carried on. Again, like when I left for a while, left the sport for a while, I was off floating around, I still always had that belief in my head that I was going to get to the UFC,
and I always had that belief in my head that I was going to return, and not only return better than anybody has ever returned before. Many people have tore their ACL and returned to combat, but not many people have returned better than they left, and I returned better than I left. I'm throwing more shots than I threw before, you know. So if anything, they come back the same, if not a little bit worse. I came back throwing shots that I've never thrown before. It was all a blessing in disguise, because you're prepared for things to happen. Anything can happen in this game. There is no limitations on this. There's no, you know, you must be prepared for injuries to happen. And I didn't even know the severity of it. I just thought, I don't know, I just felt my knee pop. I'd never felt that before. It hurt, and I was unstable. That was all I knew. But stopping wasn't in my head. I just took it to a place where I could control it, and that's what I done.
A lot different, you know. You get a lot more spotlight is on now. I'm no different. I don't do nothing any different. I still come to the gym. There's people trying to get me to do this and get me to do that. But I know that in order to be successful at this game, it needs to be 24/7. I need to be living in this gym. And that's since this new facility, SVG Concord, has opened up. The setup now is I come here at 1, 2 o'clock in the day, and I'm here till 10 o'clock at night. There's no outside distraction. There's no nothing. It's been crazy. The spotlight is on. The Irish public are watching, but it's what we planned. It's what we prepared. I knew I was going to be the person to bring martial arts to the public eye. And now it's happening. You know what I mean? There's two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off. And number two is that dreams come true. And that's what's happening. I'm just a normal guy with a curious fascination for unarmed combat. Mixed martial arts is basically the purest form of unarmed combat known to man. It involves all disciplines.
What I do know is that I feel that they're putting a lot of faith in me. So again, that drives me to work. You know what I mean? To prove my worth, to prove their faith in me is correct. And that's what I'm doing right now. It's about getting better. Nothing else matters except me showing up at the gym every single day and putting in the work to get better. To get a better understanding of movement, to get a better understanding of this game. Everything else means nothing.
I know what I am capable of. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of hate is the word, is the term that's I've heard a lot. But I don't really care, you know. The whole division can hate me. The whole roster can hate me. The whole of America can hate me. I only need one American to love me.
Yeah, I think I was more concerned about the path I was going down, and she recognised that anytime I was in the gym I was happy. You know, whatever's going on in my life, good or bad, I go to the gym, I exercise, and that for me is, exercise is the best form of medication. I always felt happy after a workout or after training, and she obviously saw that. So when I was stopped training, I was hanging around with the wrong people or whatever, you know, I wasn't as happy as I would be. So she wasn't, in her head, she obviously wasn't thinking of sending them into an MMA fight. She just wanted me back in the gym and back training and back doing what I loved. You know what I mean? And I'm healthy, of course, a healthy lifestyle. One thing about martial arts, people can say this fight game is dangerous and it's brutal, but my mind is strong. I'm fit in body and mind, and that's something that not a lot of other careers can give to a person. So my mother, I love my mother dearly. I love her to bits. You know, she reached out to John, and John as well came up, and it was a perfect storm. It was all a perfect storm to get me back. And seeing the way me ma reached out and got John up, and then John came up, and seeing these people that are putting that time into me and putting that faith in me, that made me think, you know what, I'm going to do them proud. I'm going to do them proud. I said to John that night, I said, I'm going to put an extra floor in that gym. You know what I mean? I'm securing my family's future here. I don't want my family, I want my man and dad to retire and live comfortable now. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing it for my family's security, so they don't have to do absolutely nothing or answer to nobody.
No one, but at the end of the day, business is business. It's never personal. It can be cruel, it can be ruthless, but it is never personal.
The game changes. Things change now. It's different, you know, but you must evolve with it. You know, you're not 1,000,000% focused when you're a kid. You're off and doing other stuff, you know. So I was just a normal kid. I lost one, and then I said, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and drifted off. But then, you know, but even though I wasn't competing, I was still always in my head that I was going to do it. I still always had in my head
that I will get to the UFC. I will make it, even though I wasn't actually pursuing it. The vision was still in my head, and then I just came back and carried on again. You know, because sometimes I drift off, sometimes you drift back and forth, and that was it. But then, anytime I drift off, John would always reel me back in, and reinforce the dream. You know what I mean? Let it say, we can do it. Let's do it. This is what you need to do. We need to show up here. We need to put in more hours than everybody. It needs to be every single second of your life. There cannot be no outside. And that's what happened.
I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size. We're eating every single night each. We're eating good. We're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to.
I can't hear. I don't read none of that. I have my set team, my circle, my girlfriend, my coach, my family, my friends, my teammates. I listen to them. I don't listen to nobody else. I don't read nothing else. As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as an accomplished critic. Everybody's a critic. You know what I mean? Everybody has an opinion on it, but there's no such thing as an accomplished critic. So I don't pay attention to what people say. You know, good or bad, it means nothing to me. I listen to my circle and I carry on again. Nothing else matters except getting better, showing up at the gym and improving. I can't hear nothing else. I'm not here to take part. I'm not here to shake a guy's hand and be the token Irish guy. I'm here to kill everyone in the division, to obliterate everyone in my path. I'm only getting better. I'm only scratching the surface.
Like, are we talking John Jones good, Anderson Silva good?
I'm only scratching the surface, but I'm still better than every one of them.
Greatest of all time stuff?
100%. 100%. I set my sights high. You know what I mean? I'm taking over the game in every way, shape and form. I am not angry. There is no emotion in this game. It is cold, calm, calculated and ruthless. I feel no emotion towards him, good or bad.
He said, but it's beautiful. For me, I love this. I love proving people wrong and proving my support right. That's what it's about at the end of the day, you know. This is all fun and games to me. I love it. I love my job. I whoop people for truckloads of cash. How could I hate this life? I love it so much. I am grateful every single day.
So I show up at the gym. Now I'm the UFC guy. Now they want to beat the UFC guy. So they know. And again, it's nothing personal. They need to feel that. They need to be able to. They go in against me or go against someone else in the UFC, and then they feel I can do this. You know what I mean? And that's for their mind. You know, it's nothing personal. We come in, everyone's come in and trying to beat each other, and it's competitive. You know, but it's perfect. It's that's why the level has gone through the roof. That's why we're getting so good so fast. Now here's your opportunity. Now we're face to face and we're man to man. Now what?
It's an honor. Like, prize fighting is short. Get in, get rich, get out. But martial arts is a way of life. It's for life.
But again, like I said, I need to forget about all that, push it all to the side and focus on improvement. And that will ultimately bring the money. You know, I only recently signed a new deal with the UFC. You know, I'm one of the big dogs now. You know what I mean? When I win the gold, I'm top 2 on the roster. I'm top 2 paid on the roster. You know what I mean? So people can say whatever they want about what way I've gone about things, but the way I've gone about it has worked. And I'm in the business of securing my own future, my family's future, and that's it. You know, that's what I'm in it for. The fight game doesn't last long. Competitive fighting doesn't last long. Learning martial arts and training is for life, because that's medication to me. I already feel like I'm living it, and then I just carry on doing that, you know, carry on day by day, already living the final goal, the goal of being the world champion. I already carry myself like I'm a world champion. I already speak like I'm a world champion.
and that's it. I just carry on day by day. So I'll take it as it comes. 100%. I believe the next wave will be even better. The next wave have a path. The next wave, they can see the journey. They can follow what way it went. And then of course there's kids coming in. There's parents coming in with their kids from like that height, bringing them into the gym. Their mom and dad by their side, encouraging it. That's never like that. That's going to go to a next level when you have the parents encouraging the dream. You know what I mean? And regardless of people can say it's barbaric and martial arts is barbaric, or this game is too much. You know what I mean? It's two men beating each other or whatever. The martial arts life will give you a discipline, will give you dedication, will give you a drive that you won't get nowhere else. So whatever these kids that come in that size with their parents, whatever they decide to do, whether they decide to conquer the martial arts world, the fighting game, or whether they want to go and conquer the business world, whatever they decide to do, training for combat sport, training martial arts will give them that confidence to go and excel in anything. So people can criticize about it all they want. I was going to go and do this. I was going to put everything into it, and although they didn't understand it at that time, through hard work, through dedication, they saw what I was pursuing and they supported me, and I done it. I did it.
If you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction, and it will become reality. I knew he would overextend, and I knew I'd catch him. So Mystic Mac strikes again.
Just packed it in, didn't show up. My dad used to come in and punch the head at me and like try and drag me out of bed, and I just wouldn't go. You know what I mean? I had uproar for a good few years with him over, but and that was it.
Before me, there was no Irish man that had succeeded in the UFC. There was no one. I could not look to my mother and father and say, look at this Irish man, look at his successful fighting career, because there was no one before me. So I was the first one. I had to convince them what I was going to do. But as far as my father was concerned, it was I was just fighting in a cage and with no career path or no nothing ahead of me. So it was more worry, but I convinced them.
You stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter, because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win, and slack off then. Slack off on the training, slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now. That's not me, you know. You sleep on a win and you'll wake up with a loss. So I just carry on, keep doing what I'm doing, and that's why this turnaround is so good for me. Vegas straight away, the Fighting Irish head to the fighting capital. It's perfect. Continue on this path, the freight train straight to the top. It's in my head 24/7. There's nothing else I can think. I don't think about nothing else. And that's it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? And that is why. You know what I mean? To be true, all you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5 in an office or in a... That's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life.
True years in the gym, true wins, true losses, true life. I just realized that if you say it to yourself and you look yourself in the eye and look yourself in the mirror and truly believe that not a man alive can beat you, then that is the way it is. And just true hours in the gym and preparation, I feel that I am untouchable right now.
I don't care nothing about fame. Yeah? I don't care about fame. The gold belt is what I want. The 2 gold belts. I was a 2-weight world champion in the previous organization. Now I'm on the big stage at the UFC. I want that featherweight belt and I want that lightweight belt. That's my goal. The money is going to come with that. Don't get me wrong. It's prize fighting. I'm after the money as well. But the belt, the money comes with the belt. And the belt is what I'm focused on. I don't care about fame.
I had many days on site. It's cold, it's damp, it's dark, and I'm looking around at everyone else, and it is not a good. But not that if you're passionate about that, then that's okay. But for me, it just wasn't a life I wanted to live, and I was and pursue this dream of becoming a world champion in mixed martial arts, and that's what I did. I drove home. When I got home, my mother and father said, "How come you're not still at work?" And I said, "I'm never going to go back to that site another day in my life." I truly believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed. And that is a philosophy that I carry, my coaches carry, and to see LeBron James, who's like a mega superstar over here and a phenomenal athlete, share that belief is inspiring right back to me. It shows that we are thinking correct. You know, this is hard work. This is an obsession. Nothing can beat hard work.
I know about movement, so I definitely have watched some basketball and admire their movement and their explosiveness. Of course I am familiar with Muhammad Ali. You don't just have him here, he is global, he is the man. Muhammad Ali was a guy that done what had not been done before. Changed the face, not only the face of his game, but the face of the world. You know, he was outspoken, he fought for what he believed in, and that he was charismatic, he was a legend, a hero, and I looked up to him. One of my first heroes was Muhammad Ali. If you're doing something and you're not interested or you have no passion for it, you should truly follow your passion.
So hard work pays. I put in a hell of a lot of work all throughout this build-up in the fight. I pumped out more content than anybody, more content than Fox, more content than ESPN, more content than BT Sport, more content than everybody on the Mag Live on my own channels. You know what I mean? I'm a motherfucking workhorse from all angles, not just in the gym. But I'm building this media empire now myself, and we pumped out the content. I'm very proud of how it went. We consistently, daily movies I was releasing, you know, from like a month ago, every single day. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. So I'm very proud of it, and I'm very, like, the work pays, hard work pays, and I put in the fucking work, and that's why I'm sitting at the top. I put it all on the line. I show up, I perform, and I get the results from that.
Because I am, make no mistake, I'm setting up to be the greatest of all time. I am working towards it, and I will go down as the greatest of all time.
Many young kids who are seeing the path now. There are many parents of young kids who are seeing my path and encouraging their kids into the game of martial arts. And whether the kid, you put your child into martial arts or whatever, it allows them to go and conquer whatever they want to. Whether they want to conquer the fight game, they can. Whether they want to go and conquer the business game or whatever route they decide to take, training for martial arts will help them. So I am happy that I have put martial arts in the spotlight in my country and shown it for what it is: true dedication and a beautiful discipline. I was just wanted to go up and enjoy it, and then they try and come at me. You know what I mean? Then they try and come at me, the whole lot of them. So if you want to come at me, you want to come at the king, you better be prepared, because the king will come and take you out. So I don't feel there's nothing. I mean, it's all fair in this business. Anything goes in this game. It's a ruthless business, and I am the most ruthless. We keep breaking them. We keep seeking more. We keep, you know, they tell me you'll never do this. You'll never win world titles. I've done it consecutively. So we keep pushing the envelope. Keep going. So I'm almost, I conquer one, and then I'm on to the next. So I work and I hustle like I'm not in the position I'm in. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm set. I could literally just put my feet up, but I hustle like I'm not in that position, and I work like I'm not in that position. But it's good to give back. I think you should give more than you take. Not a lot of people do that. So I think if you're in a position where you're taking more than you're giving, you need to assess that and change it. So I like to give. I'm about moving forward, so I'm happy with every contest, wins, losses, all of them. So, you know, I can, but it will blow
the whole game is going to be set alight. The world is going to explode inside that octagon when I have them 2 belts wrapped around my shoulder in Madison Square Garden. So all I'll say is, stay tuned.
Badly. He won't know. He won't have felt that power before. He won't have felt that smoothness before. That clinical precision before. I don't miss, and I visualize him being there every single shot I throw. Him being right there. So first exchange, he's definitely on one knee. He's definitely wobbled badly. Then I believe he'll be on the back foot. Then I believe I will play with him.
I'm the world champion at 145 pounds. So, but I look forward to going in here at 155 pounds and showing the world me at 155. So the UFC has not seen that yet. So I look forward to it. I feel very, very confident. The opponent, he doesn't come into the equation in my mind. In my mind, he doesn't stand a chance. So I'm going to go out and put on a show. I think they're very similar. I think they're all the same. They're all, you know, even looking at the contenders that fought last week, like they're not. I almost feel like upset that they're even being mentioned.
You're talking about Tony Ferguson?
Everyone, all of them. They're all way, way down. Like I look at these fights and I realise why the game has never broke into that next level before, because nobody's at that next level. I'm the only one at that next level. So I look forward to going out and showing what I know, that these people don't stand a chance. You know, I wouldn't have taken it. You know, I was confident from the first fight. I felt I had it in the bag. I made some errors in preparation and errors in the fight, and of course you had doubts occasionally throughout camp. You know, as the time went by and he was getting bigger as well. They can knock that all they want, but he didn't have to make 155, so he was eating a lot more. So he got bigger. So I was thinking in my head, maybe I should have just had it at the 155. But I was very confident the whole way through. Again, my preparation was impeccable. It was very different than I'd ever done before.
You transformed your camp.
I became a different competitor in everything, and that was it. I was confident going in that I would get it done. Look, it's great to go into these places that I'm not from and to be treated with the respect and love that I'm treated with. It's motivating, and it keeps me pushing on.
Jim, on the final day, I shook his hand. I'm not trying to scare him. I cannot scare him anymore. He's scared to death. I want to cuddle him and tell him that it's going to be okay. And shake his hand and say, listen, show up, man up, and let's fight. Stop being a pussy. It will be over soon, and you'll be back to your normal life with your wife and your kids and the life you want. But don't worry, it will be over soon. So that's all I can do. Hopefully he shows up, but he'll give it.
Really exciting me right now is having a gold belt here and a gold belt there, and just embracing that. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're on the brink of history here. This is something really, really big. This is my first time in Madison Square Garden, and we have all the records, the gate, you know what I mean, and the attendance. So like that's unprecedented. You know what I mean? And then on top, I'm doing something that's unprecedented in the promotion, within the UFC. No one's ever come close. No one's even ever attempted it at the same time. So look, that's what's exciting me right now.
Yeah. Oh,
and all the other stuff isn't really that exciting compared to what's about to happen this week. You know what I mean? Not yet, anyway.